At the Capitol today, a major step to getting a state budget done after weeks of negotiating. But the compromise reached by leadership today is already creating controversy. And with a deadline looming on Monday, it's not clear whether lawmakers will finish their work on time. Danny Spiewak joins us now live from the Capitol with more. Danny?
Well, the budget deal announced today by Governor Walz and legislative leaders basically provides a roadmap to the lawmakers, to the legislature as they try to finish their various budget bills over the next 4 days. But that May 19th Monday deadline is coming, and there are some unresolved issues, including one that is emerging in controversy today within the DFL caucus. That's related to a compromise that leadership struck with Republicans to end health care access through a state program to undocumented adults.
4 days before the deadline,
good morning, everyone.
Governor Walz and legislative leaders announced a budget deal Thursday to fund state government for the next 2 years.
We came up with a budget that is fiscally responsible.
The budget targets call for major spending cuts in areas such as health and human services and transportation to put a dent in the $6 billion projected deficit toward the end of the decade.
Meaning we don't have to face the crisis at once without undermining all of those programs.
With the DFL narrowly controlling the Senate and the House tied, this agreement required some compromise. That includes DFL leaders striking a deal with Republicans to strip undocumented adults from accessing the state health care program known as Minnesota Care, although children will still be covered.
Those Minnesotans that are here, those that are here illegally, they can still join the private market. So it's not that healthcare is being denied in any way.
This will change people's lives, in some cases substantially for the worse, but it is a compromise. And under the compromise, we will be funding state government in the state of Minnesota.
As word of that deal spread through the Capitol, DFL lawmakers from the People of Color and Indigenous caucuses pounded on the press conference doors and later vowed to oppose any budget provision that denies Minnesota Care access for undocumented adults without providing an alternative.
And although we protected the children, which is a very noble thing to do, those children will lose moms, dads, grandfathers.
The disagreement will complicate negotiations over the Health and Human Services bill.
A lot of work yet to be. You hear it, passions. This is what happens when you compromise.
And we also heard from Senate Republicans. Obviously, they don't hold a majority in their chamber, but they say they would support this compromise over the undocumented health care access issue. So if they don't get done, the lawmakers, by May 19th, the governor would need to call a special session. It is appearing that that may be a likely scenario at this point. At the Capitol, I'm Danny Spiewak, KARE 11 News.